Presently, cannabis finds itself lumped together with substances like heroin and LSD under the strict Schedule I classification of the Controlled Substances Act. However, a significant shift in federal policy regarding cannabis is on the horizon, as the Biden administration prepares to undertake a historic move aimed at easing restrictions on the plant. Expected to be announced imminently, an interim rule will mark the first reclassification of cannabis since the enactment of the Controlled Substances Act over 50 years ago. The Drug Enforcement Administration, DEA, is poised to greenlight an opinion from the Department of Health and Human Services recommending the reclassification of marijuana from Schedule I to the less restrictive Schedule III. This groundbreaking decision signifies a departure from the long-standing stance of the U.S. government and acknowledges the potential medical benefits of cannabis, prompting a thorough examination of its therapeutic properties. Attorney General Merrick Garland is slated to present the rescheduling proposal to the White House Office of Management and Budget in the coming days, as confirmed by a source familiar with the process. While the Justice Department continues to finalize the rule, the Biden administration has refrained from providing further commentary at this juncture. The implications of rescheduling cannabis are multifaceted. Since its designation as a Schedule I substance in 1971, cannabis has been classified alongside drugs deemed to have no accepted medical use and a high potential for abuse. By transitioning to Schedule III, cannabis will undergo comprehensive research to discern its medical advantages, paving the way for pharmaceutical companies to engage in the sale and distribution of medical marijuana in states where it is legalized. Moreover, the rescheduling of cannabis will alleviate significant tax burdens for businesses operating in states where cannabis is lawful. Notably, the Internal Revenue Services Section 280E, which presently prohibits legal cannabis enterprises from deducting ordinary business expenses, will be abolished, providing much-needed financial relief to the $34 billion cannabis industry. Beyond economic considerations, the Department of Justice's decision to reschedule cannabis holds the promise of curbing the thriving black market that persists despite legalization efforts in states such as New York and California. The move aims to bolster regulated and taxed legal markets, thereby mitigating illicit activities and promoting public safety. The journey toward cannabis rescheduling has been years in the making, with President Biden directing the Department of Health and Human Services to review its classification in October 2022. Subsequently, federal scientists concluded that cannabis exhibits credible medical benefits and poses lower health risks compared to other controlled substances. President Biden's acknowledgement of marijuana during the State of the Union address earlier this year marked a significant milestone, reflecting a shifting attitude toward cannabis at the federal level. However, it is worth noting that during his tenure as vice president in the Obama administration, Biden's stance on marijuana was more conservative, opposing its legalization due to perceived health and safety risks. The reclassification of marijuana to Schedule III holds profound implications for the future of cannabis policy in the United States. Jim Cole, a former Deputy Attorney General under the Obama administration, anticipates that this move will facilitate broader research opportunities and streamlined regulatory procedures, ultimately advancing the understanding and utilization of cannabis for medicinal purposes. Despite the optimism surrounding cannabis rescheduling, concerns have been raised regarding the potential consequences of increased accessibility. Kevin Sabet, President and CEO of Smart Approaches to Marijuana, warns that the decision reflects a politicized process and could have detrimental effects, particularly on youth. Sabet argues that today's highly potent marijuana poses significant health risks, including addiction and mental health disorders, emphasizing the need for cautious regulation. As the DEA prepares to make its announcement, the cannabis industry awaits eagerly, poised to capitalize on newfound opportunities. However, the proposed rule change will undergo a public review period, during which challenges and potential revisions may arise. Additionally, Congress retains the authority to overturn the rule under the Congressional Review Act, although bipartisan support for cannabis reform suggests that the rescheduling effort is likely to prevail. In tandem with federal initiatives, Congress is considering legislative measures to further reform cannabis policy. The Safer Banking Act, for instance, aims to grant legal cannabis businesses access to traditional banking services while the HOPE Act seeks to expunge criminal records for non-violent cannabis offenses and promote restorative justice. While progress is being made at the federal level, challenges and uncertainties remain. Lawmakers must navigate complex regulatory frameworks and address emerging issues, such as the proliferation of synthetic cannabinoids and concerns about public health and safety. As the nation embarks on this transformative journey, it is essential to strike a balance between fostering innovation and safeguarding public welfare. The rescheduling of cannabis represents a pivotal moment in the ongoing evolution of drug policy in the United States, signaling a departure from outdated paradigms toward a more nuanced and evidence-based approach.